How you doing, everybody? Kurt Henry at the Mortgage Center, and this is a behind-the-scenes look as to what we as a mortgage broker are dealing with regards to these new rules and the timing of these new rules since we're working with multiple banks and lenders. So first of all, with refinances, actually I should say the new rules again are basically if you're buying a house with 20% down or more, or if you're refinancing your mortgage, you're going to have to qualify as if the interest rate on your mortgage is 2% higher than what it actually is as of January 1st. And that's kind of what the rules are, but the timing of the rules is where the details become important. So anybody that's looking to refinance your mortgage, whether you're looking to consolidate debt or do home renovations on your house, if you want to refinance to do those things, best thing is to give us a call right away so that we can try to get the application submitted before these new rules take place, and it's easier to qualify that way. Now, if you're looking to buy a house, it can be basically the way it's treated with regards to timing of these new rules is we can break it down into two different categories, what most banks will do and what some banks will do. So most banks will treat it as they have their own timelines. So some banks will say our deadline is December 15th, others will say their deadline is December 23rd, others will say their deadline is December 31st. And they will say that beyond their deadline, they won't be able to use the old rules anymore for any further mortgage applications. But having said that's the case even for pre-approval. So for most banks, if they do a pre-approval today, based on today's rules, then after their deadline, they won't be able to use those old rules anymore. They'll have to underwrite that mortgage based on the new rules, even with a pre-approval having been in place. That's the way most banks will operate. But some banks will allow us to do a pre-approval. If we do a pre-approval with some specific lenders before January 1st, then they will allow us to use that pre-approval even after January 1st, as long as the mortgage becomes a real deal. In other words, as long as the borrower gets an accepted offer on a house and we can close that mortgage within 120 days of the pre-approval date. There are some lenders that will allow us to use the old rules, therefore after January 1st, as long as we have a pre-approval before January 1st, as long as the closing date's within 120 days of the pre-approval. And also as long as there's no material changes in the mortgage application when it becomes a real deal. So that's how some banks will allow us to work. So the importance of pre-approvals is huge. You know, some people will it could be a difference of $100,000. You know, if you're pre-approved by one bank versus another bank, maybe one bank won't allow for a pre-approval to be used post January 1st, but another bank will. That could be a big difference in purchasing power. So if you have any questions on it, just give us a call. Phone number here is 905-436-8010. Thanks and have a great day.